All right, let's get it. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Blue in the house. What up, Blue? How you doing, man? Let's see, we'll move that just a little bit here. All right. We're doing good over here. We're enjoying the day. A little chilly, actually. A little chilly. We got a lot done, though. We had a nice day cleaning up. Errands, checking off the list. Bing, bang, boom. Fired it. We're rolling, though. We're ready to get to work. Ready to get some art going. We're going to get some charcoal. We're going to stick with charcoal. We've been enjoying the charcoal. We've been doing pretty much drawing all day. So, there's no point to stop now. That sexy man in that hat. Maybe it's you. I don't know. Could be you. Oh, it is you. Ah, see what I did there? All right. Yeah, we're having a good day. Hope everybody's enjoying your Tuesday. Hope you're having a good day over there, Blue. I hope you're feeling a little bit better than you were this morning. I saw you hurt your back. That sucks, man. Hopefully you've been able to rest, stretch, feel a little bit better, feel good. Looking good. Not wearing a hat. Ah, all right, then I guess it's me. I'll take it. All right, so we have a few things. We have a lot that we want to do today. Got the cane, so we good. All right, that's pretty badass, dude. Pretty dope. Especially when you need it, that's like pretty badass. Yeah, we have a bunch of portraits we're gonna get to. We're gonna start with one that we just couldn't get today and do it for like 20 minutes, see if we can get something rolling. And then we're gonna jump to some bigger pieces, because I think the issue is that this one's just too small. But then we're gonna jump to a full-size portrait. So we're gonna do a maybe one, maybe two, maybe three. I'm not exactly sure, depending on how loose they're gonna be, depending on how rough of a sketch it'll be. We're gonna kind of go from there. But we've taken this drawing that we did yesterday a little bit further, so we're gonna kind of maybe try to finish the portrait again. It's on newsprint, so it doesn't really matter, but we want to tweak it a little bit more. Maybe we don't, actually. Maybe we just want to jump into a portrait here. I don't know. So this is where we're at. All right, put all this here. Yeah, so we solved this. We sharpened our pencils. It's always big, like we had said. So we got our pencil sharpened, and we just kind of kept working, you know, kind of layering the charcoal down on this piece a little bit here and there. We kept pushing it a little further, and then we kind of just kept going with it. Again, it's on newsprint, so can't do too much with it, but it's very fun. And again, what I was maybe going to do is kind of work into the face here, but I might not now. That doesn't work out. I'm bedridden or some guy. Ah, there it is. Could always rock and roll. I know, we got to get some games in. I haven't even been doing it. I've been like barely playing. I tried playing the other day and I couldn't even, like, the connection was just all bad. Couldn't even get in. Bullshit. But yeah, I'm not sure. We're probably not going to take this too much further. And again, I was kind of going to maybe come in here and work on the portrait, but I might not. I don't know if I really want to continue this anymore. Because now what's happening is, because it's a newsprint, yeah, I don't want to do that right now. We're going to start in on a new piece because I want to. And as the artist, I can do whatever I want. True. But yeah, this is our drawing from yesterday. Came out nice. Oh, nice. Got this leg nice and foreshortened accurately, which was fun. So we resolved this pretty nicely. We brought the hand in. So we did have this hand too far. But again, sometimes those marks, they almost look like gesture, like movement marks. They don't hurt the piece. I just keep kind of, so then I would go in. And I mentioned this yesterday, but I wasn't doing it too much because we didn't have too much fine shading. But you go in, this is when you use your hard pencil because you kind of just put a gray over it. And it's not even noticeable other than it's just not white. So instead of highlighting, like we said the other day, I think in our video, you can actually go in and darken the surrounding areas, and then it brings the highlights out. But yeah, we're not going to do too much more on this. We're kind of done. Honest question. Are naked ladies your favorite to draw? When was the last dude you drew? I draw a definitely a mixture. Women tend to be more difficult. Because men are more angular. To do a man's shoulder, you can get away with making his arm far more angular. So it's almost easier. Definitely prettier. Hell yeah. Far more enjoyable to look at. That's always, I mean, that's just a fact. But no, I definitely do a big mixture of both. I tend to work towards women though, because they just end up being nicer pieces. And for figure drawing, it's a little bit more complicated. But yeah, ultimately, it's what I like looking at too, more than a man. I draw what I want to put up, what I want to see. Always been my thing. Always been my artwork. Friendly banter. No, of course. I get that question a lot. I think that's a common question in the art world, to be honest. And again, it kind of comes down to, like you said, it's just a better image in the end. And I've always, again, it's known that it's more complicated, that it's more difficult because it's softer, rounder. It's harder to make something soft. Every time that song comes on, I feel like I have to be like, oh, we have to keep going, go. Like, it just moves so fast. It's scary. But yeah, it's much harder to work with women, for sure. To draw with women, because again, it's softer. Not to work with women, but to actually draw women. And I've done a lot. I've worked with a lot of like bodybuilders. It gets really... guys are great when they're like really shredded because you can see so much form and figure and muscle structure. I've worked with a couple bodybuilders actually that was always very, very interesting. But yeah, ultimately, again, no other reason than it's what I'd rather have in front of me and study off of. I think his head has to be a lot bigger, to be honest. I think it has to be something like that, but I'm not going to go into this here because we're going to just start with a portrait. Instead of worrying about this 2-inch head, I'm going to turn it. I'm going to throw it right out. But yeah, that's a piece from yesterday. Bing bong, you're fired, Ed. All right. Like this. All right. All right, veins are freaking out, so I try not to pay attention. There's a ball in front of the. Who's that? Amy? Is that Amy? I feel like that's an Amy. All right, let's see which one we want to start with. I'm thinking we're gonna start right here. I think we're gonna do this one first. Envisioning what I want the piece to look like. Always, like I say, on your breaks when you're starting, envision what you want the piece to look like. Let it, again, have a goal. Have it sort of be in your head at least a little bit. Otherwise, you're just making it so difficult for yourself. I don't know if we'll be able to fit all of these, but I'm going to try to do a couple here. And it's kind of going to depend on time. Probably get two. We'll probably get two. Tom Watts. All right, all right, all right. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. The other fun thing we're doing today is we're trying two different fine charcoals. Winsor Newton Generals. I think this is going to be the winner. They're kind of the same. I'm going to turn this so I can start here. I can put the head here, right? Yeah. All right, cool. So again, I don't totally know what this is going to look like quite yet. But normally when I'm doing this, I use a little different method to start. But I kind of want to, again, like I've said many times, I definitely like the... Go and go. Definitely like starting differently every time I do a piece. I've never been one to really be can't think of what the word is. I couldn't think of it the other day either. Tom Waits is the guy they go to for all their guns. Have you ever seen Mystery Men? Okay, yeah, with Rorschach and stuff. That's what that is, right? No. That's Watchmen. Mystery Men. No. I don't know if I have. To come in with just a brick here. I'm just kind of trying to draw some of this. I'm kind of always going about it in a very different way. And I know that's not what anybody wants to hear, but again, there's no strategy to, I mean, there's no formula. Thank God. That's what I've been waiting for. That's the word we've been missing for like 3 days. Rorschach from Watchmen. I was thinking the guy with the mask. I was thinking of a very, very different movie though. Definitely, I was. You not seen Watchmen? The You never seen Watchmen? Dude, you would love Watchmen. I think. Maybe not. I don't know. I guess I don't really know that. I'm just genuinely trying to trace shapes. I'm just focusing on shapes. That's it. Very, very general shapes. Rorschach with, I can't think of any of the other guys, but he has like the mask that's always changing. It's from the 90s. I'll shoot a Discord. Okay. Ah, I think that's for Rorschach. Yeah. You definitely know who I'm talking about. Sure. I guess I don't know that, but I feel like there's no way that you haven't seen it or heard of it at least, but I don't know. I am just trying to copy shapes that I'm seeing. General shapes. I'm squinting down and trying to take organic shapes and like turn them into angles. Kind of the game here. That's not quite right, but again, you can move all that around. Going very quick here. Again, it's all newsprint. So yesterday I wanted to try more faster portraits. Oh, charcoal down. Charcoal down. Yeah, the ink mazzle. But yeah, you know. That's not at all what you're talking about, obviously. All right, let's start getting some of this here, because I'm not going to do too much with the mouth until I have everything in place. You can kind of change that when it's not from life, but when you're working from life, almost always leave that mouth for last, because it's just going to move and change on you too much, I promise. Doesn't look at all. Rorschach. I know how you spell it. It's crazy. Those are those ink blot things. That's actually what that means. Or what they are. I don't know if you knew that part, but so again, I'm very much coming in here. I'm just copying the shapes I'm seeing. The eye socket's just like such a, not an easy shape to copy, but exactly what you see. Let it, in somewhere. No, it's not that shot in Discord. Oh, okay, no doubt, no doubt. Is charcoal easy to remove to a white? Is it easier to keep white till you know? Keep white till you know. Charcoal is one of those funny mediums that people think it's like such an easy, like, oh, it's such a good starting medium and it's easy because you can keep working with it, and it's not really true. It's one of the more unforgiving mediums, because once you put a charcoal mark down, you're really probably not gonna get it back to a perfect white in that area. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't need to. And paper is huge. The paper is so dependent on that as well. Certain types of paper, have more, what's the word? Not fortitude. More leeway, I guess. You know what I mean? Like you can kind of, they go further, you can pick it up and put it down more. If that makes sense. I'll think of the word. I don't know why I can't think of any of these words. These are like the most basic words that I usually use. Crazy. Maybe it is fortitude. Maybe it is fortitude. How strong the paper is? Oh, doesn't sound right. My OCD is why I can't really do art. I'm literally too judgmental. Nah, that's art, dude. If an artist ever tells you that they don't care what their art looks like, they're just fucking lying. Well, that's a big part of it. That's a big part of it. But I will say the hardest part and one of the best things that I've learned and that I try to teach people is the same as anything. Until it's done, it's not fair to judge it. Because what we do is right. So again, for so long when I was learning and like you're talking about, we do so little. Not meaning like we didn't work at it, but we give ourselves such little slack. And for so long, I would work this long. What have I been drawing for? Maybe 10 minutes? Maybe 10 minutes. And people look at it and they're like, oh, no, it's not right. This is wrong. This has to change. You have to move this. Oh, no, I'm so off. And it's like, well, yeah, if you pour cake mix, crack an egg, and put water, and then take a spoon and eat it, that's going to be disgusting. It's raw egg and just powder. But if you mix it up, keep mixing, get to where you have to get it, pop it in the oven, make it done, completed, different story. That might be a corny comparison, but that's always kind of the comparison that I try to make to people. Because again, you're not really, it's not a good or a bad comparison that you want to judge. It's a right or a wrong. That's what you're looking for, depending on the artwork that you're doing. For me, for so long, I kept saying, is it good or is it bad? And it's like, no, is it accurate or inaccurate? If that makes sense. And it's like, then I can try to figure things out. Because if it's accurate, cool, it looks awesome. There is an accurate and an inaccurate. You know what I mean? But a good or bad is very subjective. Tough. And so like I was saying about the paper, this is a newsprint. It's a very unforgiving paper. You totally would reference cooking my omega. That's it. I'm telling you. I can make a connection to anything, man. Art's in all things, bro. Art is in all things. If somebody tells you cooking's not an art, they're insane. I guess it's a little bit also a side. No, but so is art. That's what we're saying. All right, but now we have to hit some of these correct marks. Because, and again, we're literally just copying shapes we're seeing. We're trying to turn some of these organic shapes into more interesting rectangle, square shapes. Kind of it. That's kind of all we're doing here. And what we do have to do is get rid of a lot of this white. So while we have a decent structure down, I'm kind of pulling a lot of it across. Because we're going to come back in. So this is another part that when you're sharpening your pencil, like I said yesterday, when you're sharpening and using this block, don't throw out the charcoal powder if you can help it. You can buy it as well, but this is how you use these if no one ever showed you correctly. And then these start making your marks. Almost like a pencil, but don't draw with it. Put down the edge and then leave it. Put it down and get out. Recipes take time. A cake pulled out early is mush. Exactly. So if you're streaming again, brother, it's a nice having a place to go. Appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, bro. I'm so happy you've been chilling, man. It means the world, brother. Want to stream when my mouth gets me in trouble? That happens, man. That happens. All part of the game. Has to be a little more like that. You can see how many. Then you kind of just pull stuff back. Yeah, but perfect. So much of it starts being, again, when you start looking at it in terms of simple shapes, it doesn't get easy. That's not it. But it's different. That's why I don't necessarily use a formula. Like, if it works, it works. That's brilliant. I've never been one to, like, again, draw the circle, cut it in half. I just kind of put my shapes down. I put my marks down and keep working. Keep working it through. Keep working it through. Keep working it through. Now that I brushed it all out, can't put a mark. That's what's going to happen with newsprint. You reach a point where you can't necessarily put marks down because the grease content is too high from charcoal. I think that is little. Then you come right back in. This is where you can use a pencil. You can kind of almost pushing the charcoal around with a hard pencil here. You can soften a lot of edges like that. You can break up a lot of edges. And nothing is... What's the word? Everything I'm checking constantly. Again, everything's going to move. Everything's going to move. So there's angles that I have to keep in contact, like that right there. Kind of have to keep that right. And then can't get that too big. Always, always, always. Again, erasers are absolutely allowed. Don't let anybody ever tell you they're not. Yeah, that has to be like right here, actually. And I'm gonna pull that right in, because I do want that almost all the way. Keep it up, brother, man. Much love to you and yours. I'm gonna head out. Hope you have a killer stream. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you chilling, my dude. I hope you have a good night, man. I'm not sure how late I'm streaming, but if I hop off early, I'll hit you up for some zone, my dude. I think we're due. Enjoy your night, brother, man. I don't want that. Okay. Now we have this here. Oh, the eye does come through. Cool. So that means if that's here. We had that low, but see again, so there's a good example of when I went around. I had that almost here, give or take. Hell yes, we are. Let me know. I'll be around as well, fam. Appreciate you, brother. On that angle. Good, good. Then from here, that's that shape. Got pulled over somewhere. And this. I'm not doing too much other than just kind of moving around the charcoal that's on there now. What comes of it? Seeing what comes of it. Quickly sketching. Quickly putting in shapes. I'm gonna find that eye right now, but I want to kind of sketch some of this here because I want this to be correct as well. Streamlabs music is very nice. A lot of good. This space, this has to come much lower though. Take. I have to check this angle. Okay. This is coming out too far. Go. Alright, now let's round this, let's find this here. About like that? Yeah. Out. Angles close to the same. I don't know if it sticks out that far. different shapes. It's all you kind of need. Different shape marks. Just gonna go in, press. Again, this is my paper. I guess I can go over the paper I normally use too. We might switch to one depending on how late we go here, but as of right now, we're just enjoying some work on newsprint still. It is not the normal choice, nor is it what you should ever use, really, for a charcoal portrait per se. But I'm having fun on it, to be honest. I have a pad. I don't know where it came from. And I just wanted to do a little bit of sketching on it today. So, kind of where we landed. How we ended up the charcoal portrait on why not? I like newsprint. Newsprint's nice because it doesn't feel nothing feels too permanent. I don't know why, but because it's a newsprint, it just feels like a nice thing to just practice and stay loose on. A lot of times when I'm doing a charcoal sketch, I will resolve a big composition. I'll get a lot down, a lot planning. But I was drawing all day, all day, and then had to run to the art store, and then finally did some cleaning, and I was like, you know what, I kind of just wanted to keep doing a little charcoal sketching. So that's what I did, and that's what I'm doing. I do think that has to come in just a little bit. But maybe not. I might have had it right about there. There is this cheek. I think what's looking weird is that it maybe looks like we're missing that cheek, but that cheek's there. Then we can probably find that shape actually, which is going to help. Because now we can just work almost with the negative space. This shape, well, you can't see it, but I can show you here. This shape, one of those things that I can, again, just check up, find where it is. And it's a pretty specific shape. That will help me form both the nose and that upper lip. Because I can find that exact shape and just copy it. That's not that curved like that. Okay. Okay. Probably isn't going to be that down. Gonna have to come across more. It's all right. That's all right. We have to keep the face pointing up. It's going to want to turn down. That's what happens. Our brain wants everything like straight and organized. We have to keep it tilted up. Hopefully we'll be able to do, but all right. You never ever know. Again, so now I'm just copying this dark shape in the mouth here, and again, I'm trying to really make sure these angles coming down are accurate because I want the face to remain at this angle. Nice. Perfect. But again, this straight across here. Almost straight across parallel. You can draw, I mean, again, It's like why use no formula is I don't know. There's just a lot of different ways that work. So you can go like the atelier style and kind of draw right out, draw the shadows. You can use dotted lines for where things can go. I like kind of turning, like I keep saying, more organic shapes into inorganic shapes. So like kind of turning curves into angles. There's just something I think is always very interesting there. Let's come down. Have to make sure that this, but it does match this. Nice. But see, like right here, I'm gonna kind of break from what I've been doing and do a little bit of again, I'm finding shapes, but I'm kind of starting to find some shapes and just like draw out the actual shadows if I can. If I'm starting to see them where I want to see them. Again, all of it can still move. That is the beauty of artwork, right? That's the fun part. Never mind drawing. And I'm not going to, well, maybe we'll see. But art, charcoals are one of those things. And again, back to why I enjoy newsprint. We used to have to in school, and again, a lot of times when I've worked with a couple very experienced artists, biggest things is you just have to keep doing it. You have to do it over and over and over and over and over. So we've always done practices where you draw for a very long time, and then your teacher comes over and pretty much just ruins it. Not on on purpose. And the concept is that you did it once, you can do it again, but this time make it better. The first, it really hurts. But you do learn that you can, in fact, do it again. So with charcoal drawings, it's not working, toss it right out. Again, start over. Force it. Might not be there on that piece. It's gonna happen. Keep going back to that eyelid, and I don't quite know why. I'll probably end up kind of losing that edge into the background, because I think it'll just be a little bit easier. And again, now this is the I'm going to change my pencil right now, but what I'm doing is I'm just kind of knocking back some of the white. Where I know there's no highlights necessarily, I know I can. Checking angles, you can see how I just cut that in a little bit. I just checked right here. All you're doing is going vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal. Kind of it. Fun game, you know? gonna go back. I'm gonna start finishing tweaking up this eye here. Because again, I'm not gonna do too much more. I'm not gonna necessarily go in and resolve the whole eye. But I am gonna find its place here. But if I squint down to my reference, I can't see the eye. So the last thing I want to do is try to draw it with perfect everything. I can't even see it. So it's not even going to look right. This lighting is pretty sharp here. Off. Right there. Come back here. Like there, I think. I don't know. And here. Checking some things. Let's see. Here. I think it's pretty close. I have to take a little break here and reset my visual perception of it. But I think it's pretty close. Very difficult to tell without taking a step back. Squinting down, I can pick up a lot of this because it's not like a perfect white highlight anywhere down here. So a lot of this, I'm almost need. All right. Oh, I have charcoal on my nose. A lot of this, I'm kind of going in and slowly building up the values, but because I know there's not necessarily highlights down here, I can go in a little bit heavier than I normally would. But I want to get that accurate spacing. Yeah, I have to take a little quick break, quick five. What have we been? I was gonna say we have to be close to an hour. 51 minutes. There's that artist clock ticking up. Again, I wouldn't use my finger if I was doing this on a nice piece of paper. But because it's just a fun newsprint study, you can kind of blend that right out with your pinky. Have it work. Like that. Oh, it does straight down. Okay, cool. A lot of this here. Okay. Not sure if I'll leave that black mark here, but I want... I do want to put that neck in, because that matters. Right, we have to check that. That has to come up. I'm already seeing a little bit here. Yep, perfect. See, a lot of it is just going to be pushing that angle. I'm going to notice. I'm going to see kind of the things that I've flattened out. That's it. The biggest thing you want to keep checking when you're working with portraits or figures, because again, our brain really wants them to be simple and 90 degrees. Cool. And this, we're gonna knock this back here. Because again, as I squint down, that's all I keep doing. And if you squint down, there are perfect highlights. So what else I do when I take a photo is I'll boost I'll lower the highlights and I boost the shadows. What that does slightly for charcoal drawing is it helps you see that there is this part of the nose is not going to be the same color as the side. There's going to be a pretty significant highlight there. This part, there's going to be a highlight right here. There's a highlight here. A highlight here. But again, what you don't want to do is have that whole thing be the highlight. You want to knock it down so it has more power, more effect almost. So again, you can either just tone the paper. I really just enjoy scratching right over it with a hard pencil. It knocks it all right back. We're going to take all right, we're going to take a break and then we're going to be able to see how might be too big, maybe not. Yeah, see all that stuff, that's what we're going to notice. But I want to make sure this is okay here. That's why the biggest thing you need is just always sharp pencils, because a nice sharp hard pencil puts down that perfect scratchy gray line. The minute you lose that point, is when it starts not being a nice almost like subtle gray. This is a very weird song. say Stream Beats music has been good, but like that, and then pick a lot of that up there. All right, we're gonna take 5. We are going to take a 5-minute break. We'll be right back to this. We're going to continue through. Sure. Right. We'll be back in 5 minutes. We're going to keep on going with this nice that connected. All right, yeah, everything's looking good. Yeah, we're going to be right back. We're going to keep going with the little charcoal portrait. We might put another one right here. Gonna keep taking this one a little bit further, and then we might do another little one right here. We'll see though. We'll see. If we have enough time, that's what we're gonna do. Take 5. Be sure to hit that like and that sub button down below if you haven't already. Greatly appreciated. I'm gonna go wash my hands, check on the pubs, and we'll be right back. Appreciate that love. All right, we're back. I'm standing because that's actually the angle that I need to be at to see it. So I am kind of standing and looking at it for 2 seconds here. Oh god. Classic. Forehead might be that. Forehead might be more that size. Let's finish it. Again, I'm not sure how much further we're going to take this specifically, but I'm liking it. So. This space, I have to check. Yeah. So again, I'm just pushing things around now so that I keep that tilt. Because, like, see right there? This is a good, this angle coming down on that nose. I squint, there's no dark angle there. It has to just come in like oh damn, he's still alive. Oh yeah. I didn't fake my own death yet, bro. I gotta make more art first. Thought about it quite a bit, but I'd run out of art, you know what I mean? I'd have to like start making up stuff like, oh, more art has been discovered in, wow, his mom's basement. Be like, uh-oh. Usually I'm watching that VOD right now. Nah, we're going late today, son. How you doing, brother? See what I have to check. That nice angle right there. Yeah. Bang. Excellent, dude. Happy to hear that, bro. Yeah, no I and I, huh? What a fucking... What a timely change for Ark. Again, another good example right here is I keep having to pull this up and then I keep just, my brain just keeps having me flatten it out, and this goes literally parallel, horizontal. That angle's that sharp. Which means I gotta hit it, and then that angle's here. You can cheat it. Oh, exactly. Literally that, right? You can cheat and measure all you want, but what we're gonna do is get rid of any advantage that the people that didn't know how to mesh actually had. Seems a little weird, actually. Dude, have you been watching The Last of Us, man? Oh, it's fucking good, dude. It's like kind of the right shape. I have to keep trucking along. Here's a good example of when you have to check Accuracy. Is it accurate or not? And if you think it's accurate, you just have to keep pushing along. Not caught up, only episode 1. Oh, yeah, it's good though, right? I never even played the game, which is wild. It makes me want to play the game. For real. I think that's right. I think that's the right spot. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put it there. I think it's even shorter though. It is. It is. This is way too long. We're gonna keep playing with that. That. Right. Where is that? It's right here. Right here. All right. Cool. That's all. All right. Perfect. Now, the more you know. Never played it either, but I think I watched a full playthrough. Oh, that's kind of a cool idea. I almost felt like it might warrant a whole playthrough. I felt like that could be a fun thing to stream. You're doing charcoal drawings and you're not, and you don't have a gum eraser, you might as well just a kneaded eraser, not a gum eraser. Sorry before everybody freaks out. You should probably just stop until you have a kneaded eraser. Why are you going late tonight? Switch date night to a different night. Yeah, you need a kneaded eraser. So yeah, we've actually been doing date nights on Wednesday to change it up, which is kind of fun. And this week it worked out. So it happened a few times organically, where we kind of had stuff planned on that day. But this week, Ariel's boss is in town, and she is, they have fashion week coming up. So they are boogieing. They have a lot going down this week. So yeah, tomorrow's gonna be date night. Tonight's a work night, and I had a busy day actually too, which it worked out. I actually asked if we could switch it, which worked. She had to as well. I was drawing a lot. Ooh, high class, exactly. No, I was drawing a lot today, and I kept wanting to start up the stream. But I knew I kind of had to do a lot of things like in between. Promise I'm not gonna keep rhyming the whole night. And then it worked. It worked out. So here we are. I think that's a little too big. Let's see. Might be pulling it. Might be stretching it out a little much here. That's better. This is a famous person reference. Almost looks like Anita Baker. It is not. It is a model. No one famous. I should know who Anita Baker is. So upsetting. Well, I guess since I don't know who it is, it might be, but I don't think Anita Baker would take some of the photos that are in this bottle pack. I don't know who Anita Baker is, though, so I also can't say that for certain. Change his music on me a little bit. I go straight across here. Most, huh? Oh, straight parallel. Oh. The lip goes almost parallel too. Old school musician. Definitely not. The name sounds familiar. I feel like I probably should know who it is. I think I probably do know who it is. Oh, wrong side. Oh no. Classic. I messed up. All right, let's keep hitting this here. Now we're just gonna flatten this kneaded eraser out really, really nice. Slowly take some of this away. I have to make sure this. Okay, hold on. This. There. I feel like this song is played a lot now. Oh, what I don't want to do is get too detailed in here where I am, because can't really see a lot of it. It's all a lot in shadow. I can see the lips here. I can see that it comes out. Bit of a fish face here. I'm just still checking like up and down with my angles. That's it. How far marks go vertically, horizontally, and then adjust it. Kind of pushing them across. It should be horizontal, vertical, angled more, angled less. But this, I think, is still too big of a chin here. We want to curve that in. Up. Yeah. Okay. We're going to soften all of this up right now because now it's time. Now it's time for the soft charcoal. So again, we go from hard to soft charcoal because they're softer, meaning the lead is softer. So it puts down a darker mark. Tougher to pick up. So when you know you have your stuff placed, start putting down your soft blacks, your nice permanent marks, and start defining some more values pretty much. Again, I'm gonna undefine a lot of that in the mouth below here. If I squint down, I can't see much. So it's all very subtle in here because again, the minute you squint down, you can't see much in it, you know? So if you put in a ton of detail in here, even if it's drawn correctly, this is one of those times that values will win. It's almost gonna look wrong because its values are just not gonna be correct. See everything in there. See how fast that point disappears. Had to come up a little bit more and then kind of come. I'm going to show that bridge of the nose. These hard pencils are great because you can just put so much detail, meaning, I guess not detail, but like cross hatching in a lot of these dark areas that just really works. And that you almost don't even see until you get like really close, which is kind of fun. But that's very much how I keep a lot of the pieces interesting. A lot of times is when you get up to them, there's a lot more marks, and again, similar to my painting, how I like to paint. Too long. I want it to be very Ultimately, I want interesting marks on the piece. More than perfect representation. Because that's why I'm using charcoal. And that's why I'm not taking a picture. This reminds me of Pretty Lights. I think that's what it is. Is that who it is? I can't think of the artist name. Sounds right. Oh, I can't think of the freaking guy. I heard it the other day too. That as again, I'm not gonna outline the teeth here because I can't really see them, but I do have to show that there's teeth there because it's a mouth. And either it's open and she doesn't have teeth, or it's open and there's gonna be teeth there. That must make sense. Pretty Lights? Is that it? Pretty Lights, I think, is what it is. I think that's the artist. He does like festivals and stuff. Definitely who that reminds me. Gonna pull this edge in here by actually erasing in, just literally pushing the edge in with the eraser. Then I can push the lip back out a little bit. I need top lip in. Yeah, our brain does. Brain just wants everything to straighten out. So you just kind of keep pushing stuff and moving it around. Right now I'm focusing too much. Stop what I'm doing. Because what I'm doing is I'm staring right here. And when you start staring and focusing on an area, your eyes adjust and they actually allow more light in so that they can see better. And you start seeing values and I like things that you can't see overall and are just wrong. You keep working light because I move it all just up a little bit here. surprised I'm able to do as much as I'm doing on this newsprint here. Working pretty well. Yeah, cool. Gray all of that out. Let's see. Oh, now I'm starting to learn all these songs. Trip. Now I'm like, wait, where do I know this song from? I'm like, oh yeah, from my stream. Classic. There's enough soft charcoal on the paper now, kind of to make some really nice marks with these hard pencils. Just kind of push the charcoal around. See, what I need to find are these two. Fix all these marks here so we can start seeing all of this very accurately instead of having it be all, you know, sketched in. See what we want to change here. I know something like this. Here's why you don't want to use your hands, because oh gosh, charcoal gone. These tiny pieces of charcoal, yes, I know. I don't know why. Sometimes you just get nice marks. That has to come. Hey, I'll get another piece. Get it. Shouldn't use your fingers. They're fine. Newsprint. Studies. That works. Uh-oh. It's got to be a quick break time. That can't be that much. I must not have tapped it when I got back. Yeah, it's okay. We're gonna keep rolling here. That's better spacing there. Yeah. All right, and now we want to find. We're just, again, it's all just about the trick to charcoal is just sneaking up on all these shapes. The bad use your fingers. I've always used my fingers to smudge charcoal. So it is if it's a final piece. Because I guess here's the thing. There's no bad, right? There's no rules. There's no bad. There's not. So it's not no, but what it does, if it's on a nice piece of paper, is your oils from your hands will actually go down and sometimes make marks that are not what you want. You won't be able to necessarily pick it up. So again, on like a newsprint like this, I am, and I do it all the time as well. if I'm working fast, if I'm working, but again, on a big size piece, I try, like on something like that portrait right here, like my portrait work. I guess this is a portrait too, but if I'm working on, I usually do my portrait work on Bristol Smooth, 400 Bristol Smooth. And because that's just such a smooth paper, it's I recommend not using your fingers on that. I want to just has to come up, which means a little too big here. Up. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, I'm using them here because I don't mind for this paper. This is just a nice little study. But again, ultimately, if it works and gets you the marks that you need, do it to it. There's no right, there's no wrong. Whatever you do, whatever you have to do to get the best piece, that's it, man. There's no rules. And what works for some people won't work for others, and vice versa. It has to be darker. It can get brighter, but it does have to be. And see, to your point, I'm using my hands a lot. So easy to mold it how you want. Exactly. I think using my fingers is part of the reason I love charcoal. Almost makes it like clay. Yeah, you can just mold it around. No, I totally agree with that. 100%. That is, like I say, when I'm working on something like this, even if it's, even when I'm working quick or like gesture drawings or something, I love it. Because you can just quickly put your hands down, get a perfect little mark, and be done. I agree. I couldn't agree more. Like right there. I think that angle has to be a little sharp. No, dope. Love the eye socket shadows. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, brother. I had to lose some of these edges here is the trick now. I know this is from like Avatar or some movie like that. I just know it. Know it, dude. Drives me crazy. Keep dropping the charcoal. I used to get so mad at that. It's so funny. I like remember being in school being like this fucking charcoal. Oh, I love it. Can't get enough. And now the secret weapon. Any brush you have, any old brush. You just want it to be very, very soft, and you want to try to keep kind of cleaning it. But same thing, essentially you're just kind of moving the charcoal around. And then anytime you make a mark, you can kind of push it right back. Just easy enough, kind of clean up edges. You gonna throw some fixative on this after? Probably not. Negative. It's only on newsprint. It'll probably just disappear into the newsprint pile. A lot of my old charcoals got ruined because I didn't use fixative after. So I love and hate fixative. I won't use fixative on a lot of my drawings, to be honest. The reason is it changes all the values. So like that one back there, I don't spray that. I didn't spray that. I just put it behind glass, and you have to be very careful with it. If it's behind glass, it's okay. If it's in a sketchbook or something, it's done. This is looking pretty dope. Looks like a keep to me. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I mean, again, I definitely won't be throwing it out. And it's also always helpful to take these and then do the next piece on a nice piece of paper. So it could also just be a perfect study for the next piece. Which is sometimes the best thing you can do. Because you'll get more correct. You solve a lot of problems in a practice drawing or practice study. That's why artists do studies. One of those crazy things that people hate doing the work. Not even the work, they just don't like doing the studies, and it's like, I don't get it, I'm just gonna do one final one. It's like, that's great, but it's just easier. It's not like you don't have to. Studies are never quote unquote necessary. They just make it so much easier to then figure your way through the final piece. So they're exponentially beneficial, if that makes sense. I don't want to see this edge here. That kind of connects. Kind of lost and kind of doesn't exist / does exist. But what we need to make sure exists is this right here. Charizard skate deck. That would be pretty crazy. Had to have been done though. There's got to be a lot of them. We want somebody's commissioning one. Don't get me wrong. Are they? I don't like commissions. Doesn't mean I don't do it. Boys, I'm into pain. No. Sorry, Blue. That sucks, brother. What do you do? A leave or anything? A leave or Advil? Pretty much do a leave all the time. Pretty much live on a leave. Can't really get that little curve right. Little. Weird, our door's right next to the stairwell, and sometimes people definitely like grab our door thinking it's the stairwell. But it's very a bit jarring. Drink an extra margarita. Oh, that sounds good. Is that what you're fucking with? Oh, yes. That is what I need after this. An Advil guy, I don't know why he's always stuck to the brand. Had to stop all because of liver problems. Oh, yep. No, smart. You should. The right thing to do. I will. Not yet, though. Yet, though. See, this, I have to get a little bit of a gray in here. Gotta get this subtle little reflection here. On it that. I think it's way too noticeable. Check out Cutwater. They make some good stuff. Oh, that's dude. Like I've had that, but one I didn't like. They do like the Texas ranch water or something, right? I can't get into ranch water. That stuff tastes like just fucking ocean water. Hot water margaritas sound fun. Kind of margaritas. I only drink the margaritas and palomas. Oh, that sounds fun. Earlier, a bottle in front of me. That's it. That made me. It worked, right? It worked. This. Come on. That's better. Oh, that's too far here. Definitely a soft. That's not what I wanted to be using. Classic. This is soft too. Why do I have so many soft pencils here? Where all coming from? Oh, it's serious. I drink it or dying, Blue says. I feel like Blue's a whiskey guy. Down like that. Whiskey is my go-to typically. Oh, dude, I'm what they call an alcoholic. He goes, I have no favorite. I'm what you call an alcoholic. That is fucking funny. Shots on a Tuesday. I just got diagnosed with cirrhosis of the liver. Oh no. Oh shit, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Is that like really? I didn't know it was that fucking serious of a thing. Never really a drinker. Holy shit. Wait, what? I'm sorry to hear that, my dude. Take this shot for her. That's wild if she was never a drinker, dude. That's fucking crazy. Drinking a lot, trying to catch up. No, be good to yourself. That's the trick, man. Gotta take care of yourself. We hit our lows. We have to be good to ourselves. Feel better. And then you can drink more. That's the trick. Ah ha ha. Trick. Curveball. Damn, alcohol's fucked, man. Alcohol is just one of those things that, and I never got why, but it's just so freaking accepted and okay, and I don't know why it's so bad. Clearly, I'm a smoker, you can tell. But that I never got it because I just, again, I've never seen people as messed up as when they're just act out drunk. When somebody's drunk, it's so bad. I was looked up to as a nurse last time I saw her. He tripped my shoes. Oh shit. That happened when you were tripping mushrooms? That is wrong. That is going to change the trip. Yeah. The mushrooms are weird. Oh. I'm on board with like the whole micro dosing thing. Like I get it, but it just, I don't know, they just seem so intense. I don't know if I can sign off on that being a way to help people. I guess I don't have to sign off on it, right? The fuck cares what I think? Just rambling on here. That's why I just put on the stream, because otherwise I'm just talking to myself in my studio like a psychopath. I figure at least if the stream's on, I'm not like totally insane, you know? Everybody to control. My God. A girl is some do, some don't. Yeah, you know what I mean? Again, I think it's like anything, right? It's all talking to us. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Otherwise, I'd be a wild person just talking in the basement of a random house. But yeah, I think it's all relative to, like, with moderation. You know what I mean? If you're using it appropriately, I'm sure there's benefits. As someone that believes in, you know, marijuana, obviously the way I do, I can't be like closed-minded to other ideas. You know what I mean, right? But I can also just see how those drugs, they're intense. No different than talking on Warzone. That's it. For real shit, my wife must be. Is that right? Is that what she always says? That's so funny. Going out to New York sometime later this year. Do it. My homie's getting married. Fuck yeah. Where? Cheerio. Let's do it again. I want to join y'all. Pretty sure lives in Brooklyn. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah, let's do it. Absolutely. 1000% down, dude. All right, let's call this guy complete. That was the last thing that's driving me nuts. I don't even really care if it's right or not. I just know that this lip has to be the farthest point out on the. And at this point, I don't give a fuck if it's right, but I know it has to be there. Pretty good. I'll need a smoke connect, ya boy. Don't trust this though. He says 1,000. Don't trust me when I say I'm taking a break. That's for fuck sure. We know that. Smoke connect. I got you. Accurate timing on a break? No shot. No shot. The cool part of that is if anyone ever thinks I'm drawing, like, what's the terminology, like for YouTube, or I don't know. I don't even know what the term, you know what I mean? But like drawing not for the anything other than myself. Just fast forward to when I say I'm going to take a break. Hell no. I'm taking a break 40 minutes later. Oh yeah, the passion, the love is all good. That's it. Oh baby. That's what it's all about, man. What more? But I kind of want that nostril is bugging me because I want to put this in the right place. If I don't have the nostril, find the rest. Now I can put the other one in. That goes kind of like that. Yeah. Now. And soften it right out. So again, you're squinting down and you're seeing what you can see, and then sometimes you are focusing on an area so that you can put in a little bit more than you normally would. And you almost work backwards to it, so then you squint and repeat and kind of knock it backwards into everything after you pull it forward. The watch, my phone's gonna die. I just won't be able to talk. No doubt, brother. Take care to and watch to make me laugh. Appreciate you, Blue. Appreciate you hanging out, big dog. Hope you're having a good night over there, man. I hope you can kind of get some rest. Get some pain relief, man. A good way, not in a bad way. Break. Hell yeah, dude. Get over to New York, bro. Do it. Been too long. I think we've known each other a long time. That's what happens when you game together. Time fucking goes by so fast. The next thing you know, you're like, holy shit, we've known each other for a very long time. That was the funnest part in the drawing, when you can go in with your final marks. And what I'm really doing here, cross hatching to make the dark shapes interesting. Yeah, cheat code. Wondering. Still works. And again, you ever needed a razor so you can do whatever you have to do. So I can curve it right to a point. Do pretty much the same stuff that I want to do with a pencil. As if it were a pencil tip, a nice sharp tip. Again, still not perfect. All right. Close. Come down. Huh? I like that as I just make it darker. Cool. And again, the other thing you're doing now, you're fixing edges and fixing shapes. So you're checking everything. Final little shape adjustments, final little angle changes. All the fun stuff they shouldn't mess with. See, now I've thrown that. Gonna be almost there. Yeah. And what starts to happen is you get some really nice marks in the dark areas. That just more interesting. I know that's such a weird thing to keep prefacing, but that's the reason we're drawing what we're drawing. Not going for a hyper realistic reference. Take a photo for that. We want to actually make it better, right? That's what we actually have the ability to do. As the artist, you can do whatever you want. You kind of just continue building up these layers that start to work into each other and just look so fascinating and interesting and build to the figure. And the biggest thing it does is make your highlights stand out. Pull out so much white certain places because it's newsprint. But yeah, I don't want that as detailed as it is. That's better. I don't want all these little scratchy lines in here. I want that to be far more built of a shape. So you can make a lot of small lines look like a big mark. And that's more what you're going for with some cross hatching. You don't really want it to look like this. You want it to look like this. Yeah. Because then it stays interesting. Again, that's what you're going for. Well, that's what I'm going for. I think that's what a lot of people, when they're, drawing, are going for. Want it to be interesting. You want it to be accurate, but you also definitely want it to be interesting, right? I think. Maybe not. I don't know. No, I like when my drawings are interesting. Close. I feel like I said I was gonna take a break 30 minutes ago. I did. I think it was actually 30 minutes ago. Maybe longer. It might have been. I think it. Yeah, you might be right. Don't do that if you're ever working. Take breaks far more frequent than I do. I think part of it's definitely because I'm streaming. But yeah, definitely when you're just working, you keep going. But you really want to take breaks when you can. You can just see more. You guys can't see a lot of the detailing there, but what was the best part? Good art. Social media is a funny thing because it's one of those places where everybody's art can look pretty incredible, but good art looks better in person, and man, it's a crazy beautiful thing. Big five here. One's done. This thing's done. That's it. All right, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break here. I'm gonna come back to see where Ariel's at, see what her time is looking like. Then we might do another quick sketch. I might wrap it up. I've been drawing for about 14 hours. But that's also why I wanted to keep drawing, because I'm enjoying it. But yeah, this is pretty much done. Where now I'm almost kind of just like moving charcoal around more than putting anything down here. 5-minute break. Modern Warfare 2. Maybe. I don't even know my phone on me. I don't know where my phone is now. Gone. My phone be gone. Here, I didn't turn this. Here. I think that's kind of straight. Looks pretty sick. Thanks, man. Portrait Artist of the Year, here I come. We'll be back though. 5-minute break, probably like 6 minutes or so. We're gonna continue. We might throw another one here. Might throw a quick sketch right here. And then we'll be back and we're gonna see what we're gonna do. But I appreciate that love. I appreciate the support. I know you guys did, but if you haven't, hit that like and hit that sub. Helps the channel, supports the arts. You should submit a piece. I gotta look into how to submit. It'd be fun. Travel to England? Pretty cool. Appreciate that love. That was a piece. That was 5 minutes, then piece. It didn't make sense. Whatever. Get over it. All right. I think it has to be a self-portrait. Does it? Oh, okay. I think you're right. Or I think one was. I'm not sure if they all are. I guess. All right. So we're going to do kind of wrapping up. Let's see, I think we're almost, yeah. So I'm thinking that's where we're going to be wrapping it up here. Gonna go like 15 minutes and just put a couple final marks on this instead of start a new one, and then we'll probably just like use the same paper to put another piece added it on another stream. But this can't really be brighter than up here because it's just not underneath. There's no shot. Even this is still too reflective. I'm gonna keep curious if I was gonna be able to press how much of that I was gonna be able to press around, have it kind of stay. Let's see. I'm just kind of almost contouring the shape of the face there. So just actually curving as if it was going with the cheek. You know what I mean? Just kind of putting like charcoal powder down. I bring this back and curve it right there. That's just giving us a much nicer feel here. Whereas again, because it's not coming out, so there is light here, and again, even the reflecting here. If you start to squint down, you don't see it. So it's like when the minute I take it away like that, it's just more than you see. So you can kind of, again, you have that artistic license right? To push the art any way you want, really. But values is one of those things that really tough. Got to start changing values. Tough being tough, like making it work. Colors you can change, piece of cake. Right value, it's gonna work. Wild phenomenon. But values are just everything. And if you're painting, if you're drawing, if you're doing watercolor, it doesn't really matter. Drawing is going to help you. Charcoal. The best thing you can do. Trixie value hobbits, that's it. Drawing, charcoal drawing is the best thing you can do for art. Because all you're working with is values. You can draw with charcoal, you can... Now, you still have to learn how to use other mediums. But you can accurately convey almost anything. In almost any medium. Because you can see values. You can't draw with charcoal. I have a hard time. Well, that's not 100% true. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be difficult because you're just constantly gonna be learning values and practicing values. Again, if you do any, I guess any black and white mediums helps you learn your values, not just charcoal. But because charcoal is one of the more common mediums, and ends up being just strictly all you have, black and white. And just sharpen a lot of pencils. However many pencils you think you need, you probably need more. The worst. I sharpened pencils for like an hour today, I think. Gotta do it. Relaxing. I do it like meditative. Still building it up, just still building. That's the thing about charcoal. You can overwork it, but you can also just very nicely keep building up all those different values and making so many nice subtle marks. And it all just starts popping and really coming. I'm playing a little dangerous game because I am using a soft pencil. But I kind of wanted to gray some of that out there. Because now I can push that highlight, carve out that shape. And I can fix this. Brought in what's it? Almost. So I'm just gonna kind of keep cross hatching through and subtly changing these values. But it all fits together and works. But yeah, we're going about 55 more minutes or so. 10 more minutes. Pretty much done here. Everything we're doing is kind of last few tweaks here. Nothing's even growth. What did get pushed out is I'm just gonna push it right back in. It's like popping. Sometimes you gotta pop the eye back in its socket, you know? Always Sunny in Philadelphia joke. If nobody gets that, nothing I can do. Didn't get the Poppins joke. It's probably gonna make very little sense. Oh, now I'm starting to just overwork it though. See, like I said, this is all actually work like that. Actually, that's working. Because that eye has to be like this. Yeah. Now we're just breaking those edges. We don't want to do that. I want to keep those. Now, if we can, which we might not be able to, try to bring the whites back out. Okay. Right, cool. Make these nice marks here. Where are they? And these organic marks. And I'm trying not to do them too much, but I sometimes like to hit those outlines as a way of showing a finish mark. Clearly it continues, but very nice. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Cool. All right, nice. Feels good to do charcoal portraits on stream again. Last one I did was years. I like it. Like we said, we enjoyed the journey. Enjoyed the whole process. We came up with a really nice piece here. Still go in, fix these edges, and add in some, again, I can pull out highlights by making areas darker around it. Forget that as an option. So for this little area here, I'm just going right around the, where it's reflecting, where the light is reflecting up. And instead of going through and brightening that area, kind of darkening up right around it. Anything else, and we're gonna start. I'm wasting time here because it's on news. Very nice. Little 2.5 hour study, probably 2 hours. Little 2 hour drawing we got here. We like it. And I forget how much you can do with a hard pencil. Jeez. You know what I'm saying? No, seriously though. You can add so many shapes. So subtly. And it just looks more and more interesting. I mean, at least I think it does. Like here, this is, again, all these little areas. This last 3%, like I said, I guess I'm not wasting my time because it's on stream. But this last 3% is what can just really pull a piece from a nice drawing to like, oh, really? That's the biggest difference from art. Just keep working at it. Get it pretty crazily resolved beyond your thinking of your capability, beyond what you think you can do. You can stop early, but if you just keep making subtle corrections, subtle changes, or if you keep doing it over, get better. It's not a secret to art. I mean, that's a secret in life, right? We just, again, I think I said this maybe yesterday or last week, but we do it in sports too. Not as much as like a creative field, but we love to attach that word talent. Not talent. Hard work, baby. Hard work. I can do a drawing for 30 minutes, and then I can do a drawing that I work harder at for 4 hours. And now that said, all that said, that does not mean that the longer you work on a drawing, the better it is. That is not the case at all. But the last finishing percentage that sometimes we don't do is what really can make the difference. But again, there are just the realities that if you work for a little bit, you can sometimes make it better than you thought you could. And other times you start to overwork it. And that's how you start to learn. Sometimes your hard pencils don't even put marks down. So you have to go back and forth. Brilliant. But I guess not soft pencils, hard pencils. Hard pencils are, I guess, sort of the secret to these like mid-tones. If there is one. I don't know if there is one. But they're definitely how a lot of these start to look just subtly toned. And a lot of the gray starts to just like work. Dude, I know this is in a movie. There's no way the only way I know this song is from like streaming. There's just no way. again, you can see how I'm just slowly building up these values. And when you start getting these midtones and you have these light grays that aren't highlights, because highlights are not your lights. There's a couple highlights throughout most pieces. Kind of it. If there's more, personally, I'd try getting rid of some. And just keeping it more interesting with it. So the couple of highlights are more powerful. And the beauty of the whole thing of using a hard pencil too, and soft pencil in your dark values. Okay, but starts to take on this really beautiful crosshatch structure. Like it just builds the feature out, the faces and features, and I don't know, it's just fascinating. You just keep squinting, checking up, checking back. You're making subtle adjustments now. So again, you're checking very, very often. And you're not looking to press too hard and make anything too permanent. Again, that is very much why you're using a nice, sharp, hard charcoal pencil at this point. You can just melt that edge away. So nice. This highlight here. But it's not even that big of a highlight. That's too big. So what works, knocking it back a little bit. I don't use white charcoal too often. Not a huge fan of it. I find that it just kind of tends to get a different gray. So again, my solution a lot of times is, as I said, and I guess not my solution, but the actual solution, because it's the right thing to do, is darken the values around it. That's the right play. It's not all a highlight. Again, it's a highlight. It's not a white value. Like, see right here, this highlight doesn't come down like this. It obviously stays up top on the forehead, where it's going to be facing the light most directly. But I'm not doing anything too specific, because I do want that to remain lighter than a lot around it still. Just slowly building up values. Don't always work like this. It's a good way to show these subtle values and progression though. So I guess for demos and live pieces like this, it works pretty well. I also use the charcoal sachet, which is almost like a small charcoal pouch that you tap on the canvas or paper and it just kind of like leaves a thin layer of charcoal. It's very, very helpful for layering in values. I'll use one for sure. I'll show it. I'll show how it's done. And just kind of probably going to be loud. You go in, you pick up some of the marks, you put your highlights back. What you have to do is get rid of this. Might just be too down a little bit there. Again, so you have some nice highlights right here. That pops. That's a pop. That's a pop. That's a pop. And then, again, the reason you have a kneaded eraser is you can do the same thing. Hello, cello, you got a bass. But you can shape it to be the same thing. So you can make those same marks. Didn't see that coming, did ya? The last couple marks, interesting as possible. So I'm going to try to break any planes I can here. Not really, that's not true. But I do want them to be very interesting here. And almost go against the contour rather than with it. Just then looks better. Trust. Try it if you don't believe, and then we'll talk. Cool. All right, that is where I am going to wrap it up. That's it, right? Last two marks right there. Alright, I'm gonna call it there. We've been drawing all day and loving it. But now we're going to call it a day here. Pull out the last highlights. Always check your highlights and do them again at last marks. Make them your whites, so that they're just the freshest they can be. So you've been working to go back and forth and darken. Now you pull it right. Except for there. That's supposed to be that bright. All right, hell yeah, we like it. That is a charcoal portrait. That is where we're gonna wrap it up, everybody. Appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Finished a really nice charcoal portrait today. We are going to be back tomorrow. We're gonna be live Monday through Friday. We have to do a little driving tomorrow. We're gonna go see the fam for the day, so we might have another late stream. I'm almost positive that's the plan, because we're gonna be traveling during the day. So we're gonna do a late stream. We might be doing another charcoal portrait right here. It's gonna look like this. 5-second charcoal portrait here. Bang. Ow. Yeah, there it is. All right, and boom. That's where it's gonna go, right? So we might put another one there, we might not. We like how this came out. This is gonna be a study. We might move this onto a really nice piece of paper. This is newsprint. All of these pieces are available if anybody is ever interested. I'm going to be posting more work on my website, which can be found in my link tree, which is in the description. Also, I think we have a link to join the Discord there. So join the Discord, check it out, come kick it. Show us what you're making, painting, doing, chilling, playing, whatever it might be. Come kick it. It's a good time. And other than that, I mean, I got to ask, make sure you like and sub down below. Appreciate the support. Makes a big difference in the video. We'll be live again tomorrow. We'll have a video this weekend. Charcoal tomorrow. No, watercolor. We have a fun watercolor piece that we want to do. We also have a fun portrait we want to do. We have a lot of fun work coming out. So we'll be back. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. I'm going to say it. You know it. And if you don't, you're going to hear it. Stay healthy. Stay happy. Much love, gang.